Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm going to try for you a Clyde style fly. It's it's made and designed for fishing in the early evening, so night time fly, which I'd never heard of. Fly fishing at night, and originally was tied by a guy called Robert C. Sharp. It's from a book called Let's Fish Again, and I don't think it resembles any kind of insect. It would go under something like a terrestrial. I think it's probably like a bibio or one of them kind of species. Anyway, this is tied in a size 12. You can do them in 10, but I'm going to use 12. I've done one with a red hackle. That looks kind of good, but I think I'm going to stick with the traditional black. You could do them in blue, I suppose, but I'm going to stick with the black. So I've got a size 12 here. Wet fly, just standard. Wet fly straight shank. As always, there's a list of materials at the bottom in the drop down. If you have a look around that area, you'll see a button that says subscribe. Feel free to click it. Feel free to click the bell icon as well. I'm using a Peasall's silk with in black, which is what it would have been originally tied in. So we're going to catch it just behind the eye there and take it down about 3 or 4 millimeters to take off the waste piece. And then I've got a silver tin foil here, and it is the tin, the kind of one that's made from tin. It makes a difference underwater, believe it or not. You can sometimes tell because it'll tarnish on the bobbin. So the way I generally do it is cut a little V shape at the end there for you, so you create a catching point. And just offer it on the top of it, slightly towards myself here, so it'll bring it round. And then using the foil, just the tinsel, just allow it to guide your thread down the shank. Use touch turns. Take your time, you've got plenty of time. Don't be rushing it down there. And you're going to just go to about level with your hook point and put a little bit of wax on there, shall we? And then take it back up to the eye, touching turns if you can. It's just that you get it nice and level, not bumpy, like a bumpy lumpy fly. And then we're going to rib it, so you give it one good full turn at the back there, and then bring it up in open turns. It's about 1 millimeter thick, your foil, this foil is. So we're going to leave a millimeter-ish gap and take it up in about 5, maybe 6 turns. Like I said, take your time with that. Like with all flies, just take your time and you'll get a tidy fly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's for catching fish, really. It's not for putting in a museum or gallery, but they're more likely to take a tidy fly, believe it or not. And then just take your foil off there. And secure that down. Now for the wing, I'm going to use a magpie tail. There's a few ways you can do this. You want the green, sort of like the green showing, and that's a center tail. If you've not got a center tail, you could use, you know, if you're looking at it in a clump of a tail, you'll get sort of a left and a right that you could use with the green left, green right. But if you can just take just the center tail, you can see where I've been cutting it there, but obviously you wouldn't use that there. That's where the gun shot it, where the bird's been shot. So you wouldn't actually use that bit. And or you can take it from the top here, where I'm going to take it. As long as you get two level pieces, two level wings. That's what we're looking for, really. So take one this side. And you want maybe 4 mil across, 4 mils across. And take your time with it, just leveling them up, making sure you get them as you want them. And I'm going to tie it so it just goes beyond the bend. With the hook. Just sort of about here. Now the way you do a pinch wrap is you will hold a tight pinch here on the feather, hold it tight between your finger and thumb here, hold that on top, and just bring the silk up between your thumb and the near side of the feather and the fibres, and then between your finger and the far side, and just make a loop and pull it tight. Then repeat that sort of once. 3 times I generally do it, and have a look. Now that to me is a little bit too long, so feel free to come back on yourself and make it a little bit shorter. And same again, you go 1, 2, 3 pinch wraps, and then just sort of level it up. And if you're happy with it, I'm happy with that. You just cut this off here. And tidy that up with a few turns. Is it it? And traditionally it was a black hackle, like a hen hackle. So I've got a few here. It's a case of just selecting one that you like and pull the fluff sort of this bit here. Just turn that away. Traditionally you would tie them in tip first, so I'm going to tie it from the tip. And I give it a little crew cut there at front, so it's got a bite. You know, the silk needs something to bite into. Give that to maybe 4 tight wraps here. And then I'm going to get a hackle plier. And just fold the fibres back. Take a turn. Again, fold all the fibres back. Take another turn. I generally do 3, maybe 4. You don't want, it wants to be quite sparse. We don't want it too woolly like a big woolly coat. It gives the impression of legs on the surface. Like I say, it's an evening fly this. So, I'll tie that in a minute. See that? So that should do it, 4 good turns. And then what I do, I hold them back here like this, and just 1, 2, and then the piece here. Make like a V shape in the front of your scissors and just push that onto it. And that way, pull that bit off there as well. That way you're not cutting all the fibres off. And just start forming its head. Like I say, pull that bit off there. Or get your scissors. Just tidy that wing up if it starts coming apart like it is doing. I mean, they're going to do that in the water anyway, but get them put sit where you want them sitting. And then I'm going to put a whip finish in. One, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to just burnish the head up. That wing keeps escaping, I don't know what's pulling it apart. There we go. So I'm going to put a bit of varnish on his head. I'm going to prime the varnish. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed that. Some tight lines, happy. Tight lines. Don't worry about it going in the eye, the varnish, because you can always just get a pin in that and clear it out later, don't worry too much. Like I say, I will clear that out with a pen. Like I say, you can subscribe. Or give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, that always helps. And I'll see you next time.